Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're taking a look at the Raidlight Activ 6-liter hydration vest. So, Raidlight has three lines of packs. They have their Revolutive packs, which are the most expensive, lightest ones. Then they have their Responsive line of packs, which is kind of the main line. And then this is from the Active line, which is sort of their budget line. So this one is 6 liters. It's $100, and it comes in right at 11 ounces. So a little chunky, but again, a little cheaper than other vests. So just to take a look at it here, it's got your two main hydration pockets on the front. It comes with a bladder on this one and not any soft bottles, but you do have slots for two bottles. And then at the bottom you have two zip pockets, one on each side. They're pretty good size and they're pretty stretchy pockets. However, what I found was that because it's a zip opening, when it's up against your body, the opening actually gets pretty tight. It gets kind of small there, so it's a little hard to actually fit as much stuff into that pocket as it would be able to hold. So you do have those two pockets there. You have the two slots that Raidlight uses, so you can run poles horizontally on front if you'd like. It has two stretch straps on the front with an integrated whistle. They attach with T-hooks on each side, so you can adjust those up and down as you would like to. That's pretty much all there is on the front. The vest itself is a mesh. It is a little bit thicker of a mesh, so I think it's going to hold a good amount of sweat in the hot weather, but it's comfortable enough. And this is what it looks like on the back side. Personally, I think this color is kind of ugly. They make a much better, like a white and blue and orange one, but it looks like the U.S. branch of Raidlight didn't bring that color in, just this one. But anyways, pretty useful pack on the back. It's got bungees down the outside, and then like Ultimate Direction, it has outer hooks as well. So if you want to fasten the bungees outboard to strap the load down more, you can. It's got a big sleeve down the outside, so you can stuff jackets or whatever in there. And then at the top it has a U-shaped zip, a two-way zip. And inside is just a big open space there, so you can stick whatever. And then it has a sleeve for a hydration bladder with a hook at the top. And then it also has kind of a lumbar pocket with a L-shaped zip here. In my review of the Ultimate Direction Schemo pack from a while back, that also had a pocket kind of like this, and I really liked it. You could reach back there and stuff whatever in there. So this one sort of has that effect, but because the opening goes all the way around, you have to be kind of careful, to just open to here, because if you open it down further, stuff will start to fall out the bottom. But you do have the pocket there, and what this pack comes with is a 1.2-liter hydration bladder, and it actually has hooks at the top that attach inside this pocket. There's two little hanger hooks, and so the bladder hangs there, and then the hose runs up through the inside of the pack and over your shoulder to the front. So it's kind of a lumbar water storage. And it comes with an insulated hose there. So that's what it comes with for that. And then as far as adjustment on the back, because it's cheaper, you lose the BOA adjustments that the responsive packs have. And this one goes to this kind of ghetto version of that. It's these T-hooks here. And they run in the bottom of the pack there, so there's two on each side, and there's like 3 or 4 spots you can move them in and out a little bit. To be honest, they're kind of a pain in the neck to adjust. It's more the type of thing you do at once when you first bought the pack and never do it again. The nice thing is you can kind of see there it creates this tunnel on the bottom. So while it's open at each end, you can stuff something in there. I couldn't really fit poles in there too well, but I think it would work really well for like a jacket or a sweater, that kind of thing. What I actually bought this vest for was I was kind of looking at going back to using hard bottles this year. I know that probably sounds like a step backwards compared to soft flasks, and soft flasks are the most comfortable, but there's a couple downsides to them as well. Typically the tops are smaller, so it can be hard, for example, to fit ice in there. They're just inherently a little more fragile, a little more vulnerable to getting poked and holes in them. And sometimes they're a little hard to slide in and out depending which pack and flask you're using. So initially this year I bought the Ultimate Direction Jurek FKT vest, which is a couple years old, and I actually used it a while back. I never did a review on it, but I really liked it. It runs two hard bottles kind of at the bottom and almost diagonally off to the side. When I tried it this year, I actually found it was pretty uncomfortable. They were kind of banging onto my ribs. So I think maybe I lost a little weight and whatever padding I used to have was gone, and so it was kind of uncomfortable. So I started to check this vest out more because I saw that Raidlight came out with these hard bottles this year. So these are 800 ml or 26 ounce hard bottles, and you can see they're kind of ergonomic shaped. So they're curved at the back there, and they have just huge openings. You can fit full-size ice cubes inside the top. And the crucial thing is that they have a straw down to the bottom, because that's the one thing with hard bottles is because you can't compress them, you generally have to take them out and tip them up and squeeze them to get the water out. But with a straw down to the bottom like this, now you can leave them in the pack just like a soft flask and drink out of them just fine. So that's what I was kind of curious about trying that out. So I paired two of the bottles with this pack, and these hard bottles do fit perfectly in here. So how did it go? Well, what I found was if you get the right size pack and get the bottles positioned just right, they are very comfortable. So initially I bought a large size in this pack, and that didn't really work, so I went down to the small medium, which is what this is, and played with those back adjustments. And eventually, so what I found is you have to get these bottles perfectly in the center of your chest, right in the meaty part. And if you do that, then that curve on the back just fits perfectly against your body. But if the pack's a little big and they start to slide down some, you can see it's still fairly sharp corners at the bottom there, and they start to dig into your ribs just like the Ultimate Direction bottles did. I'd like to see what they could do maybe with rounding those corners off more. I think it would help make it more versatile. But like I say, if you do get them positioned right, they do ride comfortably. Now I will say that with two of these bottles, so 1.6 liters of water on the front, there you feel that's a lot of weight on the front, and you definitely feel it running. You're like, man, I'm carrying a lot of water. And it's really funny because 1.6 liters is almost right where water bladders start at capacity for the backside. So 1.5 liters in a bladder on your back is nothing, and even 3 liters can be pretty comfortable depending. Whereas these 1.6 liters on the front is, personally, I felt like it was too much. It just wasn't too much sensation of weight and mass on your front. So yeah, I guess my conclusion would be if you do really want to run hard bottles, this is a really great combo, this pack and the hard bottles from Raidlight. However, I think overall soft flasks are probably going to be better overall, and a bladder for carrying larger amounts of water is going to be still the way to go. Yeah, so I just wanted to share my thoughts on that pack and the bottles. And thanks for watching. Take care.